Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Command tutors. So today we'll be looking at the Fillet Command, the Chamfer Command, Trim Command, and the Extension Command. So in this class, I'll be showing you how you can actually trim and also extend, how you can chamfer your objects and all that. So if you come to this is the trim command, and when you click here you see the extension command. You come here, this is the fillet command, and we have the chamfer command. So I'll be showing you how to make use of all that. So I'm starting with the fillet command. I'll start with the fillet command. Okay, so I have this. Okay, let me make use of something like this. Okay, I have something like this. So I want to use this to explain the fillet command. So when I come here, I click on the fillet command, or you can access this from your keyboard. You type in FIL, that will bring out the fillet command. You press enter. So under this command line, they said you can see the undo, the polyline, the radius, the trim, and the multiple. So these are different functions you can perform with the fillet command. So let me start with the radius here. Remember, for you to use a fillet command, you must know the radius you want an edge. Remember, fillet and chamfer is always applied at the edge of an object. So you must know, for this rectangle now, I want to apply a fillet. That means I want to have some curve this, instead of being a right angle, or being at an angle of 90 degrees. I want it to have a curve, and for me to do that, I have to use the fillet command. So I have to know the radius of the fillet. Okay, so for that, me knowing the radius, I will now, when I select the fillet command, under this place you can see those first letters with blue color is what you need to type on your keyboard to access any one you want to. So if I'll type in R to enter the radius of the fillet, and it says specify the radius, so I will specify a radius of 3000. I will enter. So it says specify the first object, so I will click this one as my first object, and click this one too as my second object, and you see that the edge becomes a curve now, no longer perpendicular. And that is what the fillet command is all about. Okay, let's do that again. So I type in FIL, enter, specify the radius. I want to enter the radius. Let's say I want to enter the radius of 25. I will type in R, enter, type 2500. I will press enter. Say specify the first object. I will select the first object and the second object, and this is what happens. Okay, then let's show you other command. I select the fillet again. Then we have the multiple. Remember, when I did for this one, once this was done, the fillet command turned off automatically. So let me show you this. Let me show you what I mean. Select this, the radius, which is okay, we use 3000. I select the first object, select the second object, and that is done. You see that the fillet command automatically turned off. So let's say now I want to do for this one too, and do for this place also with the same radius, and I don't want the fillet commands to turn off when I do for a particular edge. So what do? I click on this, type my radius 3000, then it says specify, select the first object. This multiple means I want to perform this same function multiple times, so I'll type in M, enter. So I'll click on this, it happens, and you see that the fillet command is still on because I'm making use of the multiple command. Okay, I select on this, select on this, and that is it. Then I can now turn it off by pressing the escape. So that is what the multiple command is. So let's do that again. Ctrl Z, I pick the fillet command, enter, pick the fillet command, the radius, you enter the radius you want the fillet to be, you are using 3000, enter. Then I want you to do it multiple times, the same command multiple times. I will use the multiple command, press M, enter M in your keyboard, enter, and the multiple command is on. So I can do it as many times I want. I can do it many times I want. I can do it many times and I want. Okay, that is that. So another beauty of the fillet is this. I can also apply it here. Look at this place as an opening. If I click, select on this, and this is also works. So this also performs a function. Okay, so let me show you another thing. Ctrl Z. As I pick fillet again, radius, let's say let me enter a 0 radius, enter 0, enter, select M for the multiple command, then click the first object, click the second object. What did you notice? Nothing happened. So I come to this place and come to this, you see that this automatically closes up. So this is another beauty of fillet command. Let's do that again. FIL, enter the radius, you enter a 0 radius, and select this, and select this, and this automatically closes up. So that is one aspect of this. Okay, let me show you what the polyline is. So the difference between polyline and the line is this. Okay, I have the line already drawn, so let me make use of the polyline. Have something like this. So the difference is this. I drew this using a line command, and I drew this using a polyline. If I hover over this one, you see that it's only this one that I highlighted. If I come to this place also, this is also highlighted. If I come to this also, this is also highlighted. But once I come to this, you see that the whole object highlighted. So this is the difference between a polyline and a line. A polyline is that once I come close the object to one object, the whole object selects, and the line is once I come close to a particular object, the art object is the only thing that will highlight. So let's say I want to apply fillet here. I'll click on fillet, and under this place you can see the polyline. You can see the polyline. So let me enter the radius first. How? We use 3000. So enter a radius of 3000 millimeter. Enter. So because this polyline is meant to work on only objects drawn with polyline, so it's meant to only work on objects drawn with polyline. So I'll use the P command, the P for the polyline command. Enter. Then I'll select the object. So you see that this goes round for the whole object because it's a polyline. The whole object has been selected. So that is what the polyline function there is all about. Okay, so we'll move on to the chamfer. Okay, when you come here, you see the chamfer command. The same thing is applicable with the fillet. You have the polyline, which is applicable for objects drawn with the polyline. You have the distance. You have to, like, for the fillet we enter the radius, but in chamfer you'll be entering a distance. Then the angle, you have the multiple. So the main thing here is the distance and the multiple. So, and I'll be showing you what that means. So I type D on my keyboard. So what distance do I want to use? Let me make use of 500 mm. Enter. Specify the second chamfer distance. I want it to be 500 also. Enter. Then when you type in M, that you want to repeat it multiple times, and you enter. Click, select the first second object, select the first second object, select the first second object, select this and select this, and this is actually what happened. So let's do that again. Let's see. Let me zoom closer. You select the first object and select the second object, and this is actually what is happening. So this is actually what is happening. And for this opening too, if you do that, it automatically closes is up. So that is the chamfer. Okay, escape. That is the chamfer. So I bet you that you will not remain the same after these classes. Remember to share to your friends so that they won't miss this opportunity. I try to come down to take you on this AutoCAD for you to actually make use of this AutoCAD. If we are around the 5 to 10% of those who knows how to use AutoCAD, and that is why I'm here for you. All I need for you, just subscribe, click the like button and share to your friends. So we'll move on to the trim command. Let me make a particular actually trim off some excess, like those things I don't want it to be on my drawing, so I want to trim it up. So let me first trim these ones out. So if you come to this place, you can see the trim command. You click on that, it said specify the first object, or you come to the keyboard and type TR, and that is the trim. Enter, and it says specify the first object. So what you do is you enter, click enter again, and that will say select the object you want to trim. So if I click on this, the X, if you look at this, you can see the X sign. So the X shows that the trim command is on, and the object you select will be in a faint color. So that actually shows the ones you want to trim. So if I click on that, you see that this will trim off. If I click on this, it will trim off. Maybe I want to trim this also, it will trim off. It will also trim off. So let's do that again. I type TR, that is the trim command pops out. I press enter again. It says select the objects you want to trim. So I want to trim this off, and you can trim any object you want to trim. That is one beauty about the trim command. So let I want to, when I select the trim command, enter, if you look at that, you see select the objects. Then when you press enter again, that is when you now have the trim command active. Okay, so if I select the trim command again, you see that it said select the objects. So what does this select the objects mean? If I should press the enter key again, you see that the trim command is active, and I will begin to trim one after the other, like we did here. But what if I want to trim multiple objects at the same time? I don't want to waste my time trimming everything one after the other. So when I type in my TR, that is trim, enter, it says select the objects. So for me to select once, for me to trim multiple objects once, I have to set a boundary at which the trimming will stop. So if I select this now, I've selected this object now, I've selected that means that anything I'm trimming will not exceed this line. If I'm coming, anything I'm trimming will not exceed this line. If I'm coming from up down, the trimming will not exceed this line. If I'm coming from down to up, the trimming will not exceed this line. So once I've selected the object, I press enter. You see that the trim command is on, so I can quickly trim off. You see that it is not actually exceed that line. So that line that I just selected is the boundary. I've actually set a boundary, and I can actually trim once. And also, if you, okay, let's do that again. Escape, trim, set a boundary, enter. So anything I'm trimming will not exceed that line. Okay, so sorry, I said earlier that the other one, when you press trim, enter, and enter again, that you cannot trim once. You can trim once, actually. That was my mistake, I'm sorry about that. With this one too, you can actually trim once, but the other one I showed you just when you want to set a boundary, like you don't want your trimming to exceed to a particular length, you set your boundary. But actually you can trim multiple times with this particular one. When I type in my TR, I enter again, you see I can actually trim once. I can trim multiple objects at once. So sorry about that, that was my mistake. So that is about the trim command. And once you are on trim command and you want to extend, you don't want to go back and select the extension command, you can hold your shift, look at the cursor, there's an instruction that they say select the objects to trim, or shift select to extend. Okay, so I can quickly, if I want to switch to extend, I'll hold my shift, and that's automatically shift to extend command. So let's do something like that so that we understand what I'm trying to explain here. So I have this here down to this. Okay. Skip. So tr trim. This is the trim command. But during the process of trimming, I want to extend, and I don't want to I don't want to come I don't want to cancel this and select the extend command. I hold my shift. Once I hold my shift, you see the line extends to that point. So you can actually do that. Okay, so you come to the trim, you come down to extend. You see that extend is the opposite of trimming. Trimming, you are trying to remove some parts, and the extension is about extending whatever you want to. So the same way happens if I select this one here. That means I'm setting a boundary to which my trimming should not exceed. The same thing with the trim command. So if I select this line, I mean that is the extent I don't want the objects to extend to. That is the boundary. If I press enter, then you see that this extends only to that point. It did not move above the boundary point. So it is the same thing, it's the opposite of trim. So if I want to extend, let's do that again. I can type in ex for extend, enter. You see that the extension command is on. Extension command is also on. If you are extending, I want to change to trim, you hold your shift. It is the opposite of extension. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you and have a wonderful day.